For several years the scientists preserved the secret of the shocking data of interpretation of photographs of our planet from space. In the ice of the North Pole area a huge hole could be clearly seen. Soon a similar hole was discovered in Venus. Astronomers were shocked and questioned if these planets are hollow inside and what they have in their cores. New physics, new geography. Russian physicist Fedor Neevlin became famous after composing the theory of new physics. In other words, he explained the birth of the Earth in a different way. First, our planet was a huge cold lump wandering in the universe. Being influenced by the sun and the universe energy, it was heated up to lava state and then started cooling up. The crust covered the Earth. Meanwhile, the stuff under the crust continued boiling, turning into gas, Neevlin believes. Gas expands when being heated. In the core of our planet hollow space arose, and a part of gas went outside. Big gas throwing out took place in the North and South Poles. Deep big holes aroused there. Neevlin is sure the Earth is absolutely hollow inside and can even have a small sun there. The sun energy penetrates there through the holes in the poles and accumulates in the center. If one supposes that the Earth is hollow inside and has its small sun, there can be life as well. This idea was indirectly confirmed by the report on an American high-rank military commander to the North Pole. The report was made secret, and its details became known to the world press only recently. In 1947, Vice Admiral of the U.S. Navy Richard Byrd went for a research flight over the North Pole. Near the pole he noticed an unusual spot colored in mixture of yellow, red and violet. On approaching the spot the pilot could see something like a mountain chain. Byrd flew over it and saw, this was his first impression, a mirage of forests, rivers, meadows with animals resembling mammoths. He could also see weird flying machines and a city with buildings built from rock crystal. He realized himself to be a second Columbus discovering a new continent. The air thermometer scale began lifting and stopped at plus 23 degrees Celsius. This was impossible for the North Pole. Radio for the connection with the airbase did not work. Byrd's wife, who read his register for the flight, told that Vice Admiral contacted the representatives of the underground civilization who overtook us for 1,000 years of development. The inner planet's surface residents resembled people in appearance, but were more beautiful and had the look of spirituality. They had no wars, they found new sources of energy which allowed to use vehicles' engines, receive food and light from nothing. Those people told Byrd they tried to contact the outer surface of the Earth residents, but all their attempts were rejected, their flying machines were shot. Finally they decided to assist human beings only when they will be on the brink of self-destruction. Inner Earth residents showed Byrd all their civilization achievements and then escorted the pilot to the pole hole to let him out to our outer world. On return home he discovered that the plane used the fuel for extra 2,750 kilometers of flight. The authorities recommended.
It appears that Snowden has testified about a well-known hollow Earth in the form of UFO information. Snowden's testimony was as follows. The highest levels of government don't know what to do about UFOs, and the official story that they are all merely weather balloons or natural phenomena has been clearly dismissed. If anything, these documents speak about UFOs as if they are surely guided by an intelligence beyond our own. As it turns out, the most credible and inexplicable sightings are of vehicles that have been spotted leaving the seafloor at hydrothermal vents and directly entering solar orbit. Because ballistic missile tracking systems and deep-sea sonar are kept as state secrets, scientists don't have access to data about these objects. However, most of the contractors at DARPA are sure that there's a species more intelligent than Homo sapiens living in the mantle of the Earth. It makes sense, if you think about it, because that is the only place where conditions have been more or less stable for billions of years. Extremophiles may live at different temperatures than us, but they have been able to thrive and develop intelligence at a seemingly accelerated rate. That's not true, because they've simply evolved at the same rate, but without many of the vicissitudes which set back surface life. The president receives daily briefings about their activities. Analysts believe their technology to be so far advanced that we stand little chance of survival in any potential war. The general sentiment is that we are but ants from their perspective, so there is little chance they would empathize or attempt to communicate with us, and the current contingency plan is to detonate nuclear weapons in deep caverns to sting the foe we have no hope of destroying in hopes it would discourage further attacks. Critics may allege that what the 30-year-old former NSA and CIA contractor can state with authority about our ultra-terrestrial neighbors is already well known. But the ground-penetrating radar, or GPR, scans, which the Internet Chronicle has shared and confirmed with sources within intelligence community, will only serve to underscore popular bitterness over strategically timed earthquakes and tsunamis. Just as PRISM shined a new light on goings-on in NSA's Echelon computer systems, revealed in the 1990s, the vast complexes of underground cities, laser-etched from pure diamond, apparent in the GPR scans will transform public debate about the balance between liberty and security.